Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's GCSE Engineering, and this is Engineering Revision Clip 8, and it is about health and safety. Health and safety is very important in engineering workshops. The exam will generally always have at least one health and safety question. Remember, when answering these questions, do not confuse general school rules such as not calling out with health and safety rules. The exam will ask you about health and safety rules only. In the workshop there are a range of health and safety signs, and we can see a lot of health and safety signs here. There are three main categories of workshop warning signs that you will find in the workshop. First of all, there are red signs here. Red signs are prohibitive. That means it's a sign that it's something you mustn't do. Blue signs are mandatory warnings. A blue sign is mandatory, means it's something you must do. So red is something you mustn't do, blue is something you should do, and yellow is to warn you of danger. So these are the three main categories of workshop warning signs. When you're carrying out tasks in the workshop, you often need to wear personal protective equipment, sometimes called PPE, to help keep you safe. So we're just going to look at some of the PPE. Safety goggles. These are for protecting your eyes and stopping stuff basically getting into your eyes. And there is the mandatory sign for safety goggles. Ear defenders. These are used to protect your hearing when using noisy machines. So if you're using a machine such as this, an angle grinder, you might see this sign, which means wear ear defenders. Dust mask. This is used to protect your lungs when the process. You can see someone here sanding down and he is wearing a dust mask. Many of these things like ear defenders and the dust masks are also for long-term exposure, so not just using it once, but in an occupation or a job where you might be sanding every day, then it becomes very important. Gloves. These leather gloves are used when handling or working with hot metal. They are not used when using tools like the pillar drill. Face shield. This is often used when complete face protection is required. For example, here, angle grinding a piece of steel, and you can see that it not only protects your eyes, but protects your whole face. So that is a face shield. A welding mask. This is a welding mask that protects the eyes from the dangerous UV light when arc or electrical welding, like MIG welding. So this is a welding mask. This isn't PPE, but it's an important safety rule in schools. Long hair. Tying back long hair can be caught in machines such as a pillar drill. Long hair can also be a hazard when soldering. So although it's not PPE, it is an important safety rule. Wearing an apron. Again, this is an apron or an overall protects your clothes from paint and oil, and aprons are generally fire retardant, so may provide a degree of fire protection as well. COSHH. COSHH stands for Control of Substances Hazardous to Health. It is a set of rules that must be followed in all workshops when using substances that may damage your health. And it consists of symbols like this. Examples of substances covered by COSHH regulations are oil-based paints, glues such as Tensol, acids, sanding dusks, and solvents like paint thinners. All of these things that you might find in an engineering workshop. All products that may be dangerous to your health have hazard symbols on the containers. There are an old set of hazard symbols here: toxic, very toxic, harmful, dangerous to the environment, explosive, corrosive, oxidizing, and these are being replaced by new hazard symbols. I would imagine in the exam it would have these, but it's as well to know both of them. Now it's time for questions. What does this sign mean? Wear ear defenders. Name 3 precautions you might take in the workshop when using a pillar drill. Wear goggles. Tie back hair. And clamp work securely. What does COSHH stand for? control of substances hazardous to health. Name 2 precautions you might take when using a soldering iron. Wear goggles. Ensure good ventilation for the fumes that come from the solder. Name 3 substances in a workshop that might be covered under COSHH regulations. Tensile glue, spray paint, sanding dust. Thank you for watching Mr. Ridley's GCSE Engineering, and good luck in the exam.